So this is Cassie White and Vicky White. Vicky White was a correctional officer at a county jail in Alabama, and Cassie White was incarcerated facing a murder charge. So basically, he was probably going to get life. Probably seen it all over the news. A couple days ago, they escaped. Cassie White, of course, is a racist redneck piece of shit. As you see, that's a Confederate flag on his back, and that's a Nazi symbol on the right side of his chest for an Aryan based prison gang. Police have almost no leads now. She sold her house for well under the market value, still got hundreds of thousands of dollars for it, put in her resignation for her job, bought another car so they couldn't follow the car she had, and they said she has multiple aliases. He probably does as well. Tell you the truth, it's been 2 days. They're probably out of the country by now. They had a ton of money and they could literally get anywhere they wanted to. So there's a manhunt for this guy. This guy's a murderer and he's running around with this ex-correctional officer. Now, when I was in prison, I've seen a lot of cases where, well, not in state. One thing about state, in state prison, inmates do not have relationships with correctional officers. I've never seen that happen a single time. That's not saying it can't. Somewhere like Fishkill, where the females are more ratchet, they're more from the hood and more like along where the inmates could talk to them, because most of the other bitches are country rednecks and they hate everything about the people that's in prison. You're not talking to no bitches in Bear Hill, Franklin, none of that shit up there. Maybe Fishkill, Sing Sing, or something closer to the city. I was barely in those places. I just went through downstate for reception for like maybe 3-4 days. I wasn't in Fishkill for nothing more than like maybe 2 weeks. So I really can't speak on those. I can only speak about what I know. Now in the feds, there was a lot of inmates having relationships with COs. I actually got a video in my prison playlist about that, where there were inmates in the feds that they had these female COs bringing in cartons of cigarettes, and they were getting like, it was something crazy. Like they were probably making like 10, 20 grand a week off selling cigarettes. A pack of cigarettes in the feds then was going for $250. A carton was going for anywhere from $1,800 to $2,000. And I know them Italian dudes that was in there was taking like 2 cartons at a time every week, and people was in there smoking good. Like people who had money. A lot of people in the feds got money anyway. So this woman started a relationship with this guy and actually helped him escape, because I mean, he was probably never coming home. Now maybe they knew each other from the streets because it's a county jail, so he's local, she's local, they're both from the same area, etc. But what the sheriff was saying is she knows the whole layout and all the plans of how they're going to search, what they're going to do, how they're going to go about it, etc. And that's why they're unable to locate her. She changed cars, changed aliases. She knows exactly what they're going to do. She's been working in corrections for years, so she knows exactly the plans. And this is why I don't agree with female officers working in male prisons and vice versa. Even in New York, where that stuff is a lot less common than, say, California or down south, there have been a lot of rape issues in the female jails with male officers. Male officers should not be working in female prisons, and female officers should not work in male prisons. I know we're all for this equality. Fuck that. Ain't no female going in a male prison with a bunch of diesel-ass men that lift weights and doing jack shit. You're not breaking a fight up. As a matter of fact, every female officer that I've ever seen during a riot or a fight is a fucking liability. You don't need to be here. There shouldn't be any female officers in male facilities and vice versa because of situations like this. Now, could there be a gay officer and a gay inmate? And they say, yeah, of course, like that could happen. But what are the fucking odds of that? I guarantee you it's a lot lower than the odds of this. And a lot of the corruption within the federal prison system and the state prison systems in America is because of this bullshit equality where we want to put females in male prisons. Females do not belong in male prisons, and males do not belong in female prisons. It's just weird. Like when females are taking showers, the male's not supposed to do rounds or look in there. They could be in there doing all types of illegal shit. So now he can't because he's a male. Or if a female's working, she got to look in the shower to see what the hell's going on. She's not supposed to look in the shower. Like, come on, bro. Like, there's a sense where equality and security and common sense are going to cross paths and go in different directions, and people need to really comprehend this. This guy is a racist Nazi murderer. Now could be anywhere in our country, in any place doing anything, and they have no idea where he is. There's a $10,000 reward for his capture, which within itself is crazy. You got a $10,000 reward for a Nazi murderer who just escaped from jail while facing a life sentence. But I know guys who had $30,000, $40,000 rewards on them, and they shot somebody in the hood who didn't even die. Like 10 grand, that's extreme. 5,000 for the cop. Like 5,000 for a dirty cop who helps inmates escape from jail facing murder. Like that's 5 grand. That's it, bro. I can spend 5 grand on pizza in a year. Like that's fucking crazy. That's also ridiculous within itself. But yeah, this case should help people to understand why females should not be working around male inmates.